Hello, ladies and gentlemen. In case I have some gentlemen out there, my name is Ida Serino Lee. I am your coach, holistic health practitioner, and integrative nutrition coach. And what is my passion? My passion is to help you prevent, control, and reverse chronic diseases. What for? So you can live a long, healthy life, fulfilling your dreams and your God-given purpose. So today I'm excited. We have a good program today. But first of all, let's do some housekeeping. In top of the video, you're going to see that this video is broadcast by Instagram. Instagram, by StreamYard. I'm sorry, by StreamYard. So you have to give permission to StreamYard so that I can see your comments, so I can say hi to you, okay? So that's very, very important. Remember, going to the top, hit the StreamYard button and say yes, okay, for us to see your name, so that way I can see your name. Now I'm going to make sure that I'm streaming live. Yes, I am excited today. Today I had a busy day. So good afternoon and good evening to all that are watching me today. And today we're going to be it's a follow-up. It's the next step. When we're talking last week, we talked about detoxing, how important detoxing our body is, how God created us with a detoxing system. I talked to you about which one are the detoxing organs. And today we're going to explain how to detox one of those organs, because in order for them to work in optimal health, we need to detox them. Why? Because we overload our organs with all kinds of toxins from our foods, for our personal care products, from the environmental pollutants, for everything that goes around us that we absorb mentally, physically, emotionally. All those create toxics and havoc in our organs. So our organs get overwhelmed. So we need to optimize it. So today we're going to talk about the digestive system. So what I did today is that I did a PowerPoint presentation, because I want you to get this information. And then I have 2 recipes for you real quick, okay? Quick recipes. So let's start. Let's add the presentation. So today we're going to be discussing detoxing the digestive system. Why we're going to start with the digestive system? Listen, I'm going to tell you why. Let's go to the next slide. Because the work of the digestive system is to absorb the nutrients that we need, so all the other organs can work, okay, in optimal health. So if you are not absorbing, you can be eating all the right things, but if you're not absorbing those nutrients, those tools, that glucose, those vitamins and phytonutrients that the rest of your organs and cells need, you're not going to be healthy. You're not going to be able to detox properly. So it's very important that we start by detoxing our digestive system, okay? So the digestive system starts in your mouth. And your mouth, the saliva have enzymes that help you break down the food. Then the food travels to your esophagus, to the stomach. The stomach have hydrochloric acid that will break down even more the food. Then the food go to the small intestine, and from the small intestine, that's where the nutrients are absorbed. And then over there, the pancreas help you achieve this by secreting enzymes, protease to break down the proteins, lipase to break down the fats, and amylase to break down the carbs. And also the liver help by you know that behind the liver or below the liver is the gallbladder. So the liver makes the bile that is stored in the gallbladder, and then the gallbladder drip it into the small intestine because the molecules of fat are so big that you need that bile to break it down. Not only that, when the nutrients are absorbed, okay, when the nutrients are absorbed in your small intestine, then the liver process them so they can go where they need to go properly. So that is the job of the digestive system. Then after that, it goes to your colon or your large intestine, and that's where all the water is absorbed, all the waste is accumulated, and then carried down into your rectum, into your anus, and out. So it is very important for us to have a healthy digestion and a healthy digestive system in order for us to be able to eliminate all the toxin and absorb all the nutrients. So that's very, very, very important. So if we go to the next one, it says, what are the symptoms that remind you that you need to detox? Because the problem is that the biggest problem with the digestive system is when we have leaky gut. That means when all the bacteria and bad things are leaking out of your intestine into the bloodstream, causing chaos. Because now the body is not recognizing, your immune system is not recognizing that molecules and cells that's supposed to be in the different areas where it's stored, and then inflammation and disease happen. So how do you know that you need a detox? How do you know that you're suffering of leaky gut? Okay, so you get chronic diarrhea or chronic constipation, you're always gassy, bloated, you got nutritional deficiencies because you're not absorbing the nutrients. Okay, you have a pure immune system, because remember, 60% of your immune system is in your gut. So if you're not feeding that immune system with the nutrients that it needs and the good bacteria that it needs, then you're going to have a poor immune system. You're going to be catching all kind of colds and viruses and anything that goes around. Also excessive fatigue, that you're always tired because you're not consuming, the energy that you need, the molecules that you need so the body can make energy. So that's the reason why. Then when you got skin rashes like eczema, rosacea, you got cravings for sugar and carbs, you're suffering from joint pains and arthritis, depression. Another thing, there's a connection between your gut and your brain, okay? Where some of the happy hormones are making in your gut. So when you are not feeding the gut bacteria properly, then those are not going to be made, and that can be a cause of depression or anxiety. So it's very important for us to have a healthy microbiome. The next thing that can cause, like you say, like depression, like I said, depression, anxiety, ADHD, and cause autoimmune disease. If you suffer an autoimmune disease, the first thing that you need to do is detox and clean up and heal your gut. Why? Because the main reason, one of the root cause of autoimmune diseases is when things leak out of your gut and they go into the bloodstream and they are traveling around, they get stuck in an area of your body. If they get stuck in your joints, then you're going to get arthritis. If they get stuck in your tendons, then you're going to get lupus. If they're stuck in your muscles, then you're going to get fibromyalgia. If they're stored in your brain, then you might have Alzheimer's or Parkinson or MS. Okay? So that's why it's so important for us to have a healthy gut, a healthy digestive system. Okay? So let's go to the next. So how we detox the digestive system? What do we have to do first? First, we have to remove the things that cause havoc in our digestive systems. And those things are like, I have to get close because I have the computer. Oops, the computer just fell far from me and I not read the thing, but I'm going to read it right now. Okay. The causes can be gluten in your diet, lectins, that some fruits and vegetables, when they're not washed properly or soaked properly, the lectins are a chemical that the fruits and some fruits and vegetables have and grains have in order to protect themselves from the environment. And when they in a small amount, they're okay for us, but in a bigger amount, they cause chaos in our intestines. So it is very important for us to soak our grains, soak our rice. There are things that need to be soaked or washed very well before we consume it. Okay, excessive amount of sugar. That's why I said the first thing that you do in order to detox your body is do a sugar detox. Then you can incorporate every week. Let's say you do your sugar detox for 30 days. Then every week you can go deeper in detoxing the different detoxing organs. So that's why we're doing this week the digestive system. Another thing that can cause this is toxins. The toxins that you expose in your food, the toxins that you expose in your cosmetics, in your personal care products, in your cleaning product, in your environment. All those things are toxins that are absorbed in our body. Then the body has to metabolize it and deal with it. And that also causes havoc in your digestive system. Food sensitivity. This is really one that people don't understand. People always talk about food allergies. When you have a food allergy, you have a great manifestation. You cannot breathe, you have a rash. But then food sensitivities are those foods that make you gassy, those foods that make you uncomfortable. Okay, that might not be like some people. When they're little, they can tolerate milk and lactose, but then as they grow up, they cannot tolerate it no more. That means that they have some sensitivity to lactose, for example. And then the last thing is constipation. Constipation is when you're not moving your bowels. You need to move your bowels because that means that all the garbage is coming out. All the toxins that is coming in your food and that the digestive system produce after they absorb the nutrients and all that stuff, it need to be cleaned out. And also remember that the toxins are in your bloodstream that goes to the liver process them, and then the liver decides whether it's going to go through the kidneys or it's going to go to the digestive system. And if they're going to go to the digestive system, they need to be out of your system. So that's why it's so important that you move your bowels every single day, at least every meal. If you eat in 3 meals, you're supposed to be moving your bowels 3 meals, 3 times. Okay. Then what is the healing process? The healing process for your gut is for you to remove first all the things that are damaging. Then you want to replace with healing foods. Then you want to repair your gut with the right supplements. Okay. And then you want to rebalance your microbiome. And how you do that? You do that with probiotics, digestive enzymes, eating foods that are high in fiber, that are good for the digestive system, high in antioxidant, that are anti-inflammatory. So that's the kind of things that you want to do in order for you to have a healthy gut. Okay. So ways and foods that you can do to detox your digestive system. The first thing that you got to do is eat high fiber. You have to eat foods that are high in fiber because the fiber is going to clean up your gut. What happened with your gut? Let me take a piece of paper for example. What happened with your gut is that your gut have folds. Okay. Let me just take out the thing so you can see. The gut have folds like this. Okay. Folds like this. And feces and garbage and bacteria and all that stuff accumulate in those areas. So the fiber act like a broom that is going to brush all those things off and get it out. But if you don't have enough fiber, those things accumulate there. They putrefy, causing bacteria, and then they infect the lining of the intestines, causing leaky gut, causing inflammation, causing ulcers, and that's how diverticulitis, colitis, Crohn's disease, IBS, all these conditions of the gut, of the digestive systems start. So that's why it's very important for us to eat enough fiber, to make sure that on a daily basis we're consuming enough fiber. The next thing that people can do in order to help you clean up and detox is do either juices or smoothies that are high on fruits and vegetables that are high in fiber and that have cleaning property, high in antioxidants and things like that. So some people, they just decide to do just juices for a week or just smoothies for a week. That is more like a cleanse. When you really want to do a deep cleanse of your colon, that's what you're doing. You might do just juices for 1 week. If you, for example, already suffer of IBS disease, like Crohn's disease, like colitis, you want to do a juice because that means that your linings is already irritated, you have ulcers, you're bleeding, and the fiber will bother with scratch all the areas. So you want to do a juice. But if you're healthy, when it means that you don't suffer from any of those diseases, then a high fiber like in smoothie, that's going to help clean even better your colon and your intestine. Okay. The next thing that is very incredible for you to know is that the next thing that we can do is eat more resistant starches. So what are resistant starches? Resistant starches are like fiber. Well, what happens is they go directly to your large intestine, they get fermented, and they feed the good bacteria. So they're like prebiotics, okay? Because they go directly into the large intestine. That means that they don't go to the small intestine and they don't get all the sugar, most of the sugar and all these things don't get out in the small intestine, that means that they are lowering calories and lowering carbs. Okay, so what they do is that they go directly to your large intestine. They get fermented. They feed your good bacteria. So as they feed their good bacteria, they're boosting your immune system. Okay, and they are balancing the microflora in your gut, and you'll be able to clean up that colon properly as well. So what are those kind of food? Those foods are, for example, like legumes, banana and plantains when they're green. When they're ripe, then they're already a carbohydrate, a regular carbohydrate, because they make sugar. They make fructose. But when they're green, the bananas and the plantains are perfect. And that when I learned this, I was excited because we, as a Puerto Rican, we eat a lot of plantains, especially green plantains and a lot of green bananas. We eat a lot of that. So it was excellent to know that even when I'm trying to have a low carb diet, I can still have this kind of carbs because they have resistant starches. Now, for example, rice, potatoes, and pasta, they can be also a resistant starch. But the way that you make it a resistant starch is that if you cook it today, you put it in the refrigerator and you eat it tomorrow when you reheat it. As they get cold, then they get converted into resistant starches. That meaning that having less carb and less calories. Okay, so that's the way that you do it. So prepping your food, especially if you have the craving of having some carbs, then that will be excellent to do to your pasta, to your potatoes. It's better, and even better if you eat it cold. Now, rice, you don't want to eat it cold, but potatoes, you can eat it cold in a potato salad. Pasta, you can eat it cold in a pasta salad. Another grain that is really, really, really good that as a resistant starch is oatmeal. Oatmeal, if you eat it cold, not cooked or processed, okay, will have great amount of resistant starch. It lower your cholesterol. It is a prebiotic for the probiotics. Okay, it clean up your gut. It have nutrients also in it. So that's the best, one of the best things that you can do when it comes to resistant starches. Okay, so somebody's saying hello. Let me look at the phone to see if I can see who it is real quick. Who it is that is saying hi. I'm broadcasting this in 3 different groups, so I cannot see. But people, if you want me to see your messages, please make sure that you go on top of the video and say okay to StreamYard so I can see who it is. Okay, so God bless you. Whoever said that, God bless you. First time watching, thank you so much for watching. I have a lot of good information. Yes, you do. Yes, I do. Thank you so much for watching. So I love the fact that we can have the resistant starches, and oatmeal, like I said, is one of the better ones, and especially if you eat it not uncooked, meaning that like the overnight oats, for example, that you put it in the refrigerator and you eat it cold. But what I do is that I make it and I don't eat it cold. I just take it out of the refrigerator and I leave it out for 10 minutes so they can get a room temperature, and that's the way that I eat it. So today, I have one more slide, I think. Let me see. Okay, so what the essential supplements that you need for gut health, I put it, if you saw in my other slide, I put a list of them, but when you're doing the detox, these are the essential things that you need. You need a super enzymes. You need enzymes that are going to help your intestine, obtain and absorb all the nutrients out of the food. And then you need a good probiotic. The reason why I like this probiotic from LifeVantage is because this probiotic do not break down in the process of digestion. It goes directly to your colon, and then it's released in your colon so that you can have at least a good 90% of the content of that particular probiotic. Sometimes the probiotics that we buy in the store, they have billions and billions of colonies, which is a good thing, but more than half of it is gone during the digestive process. And if you don't have good digestion, then even more is going to go away. So that's why I like this particular probiotic that is from LifeVantage, and I love the enzymes from the brand Now. And that's my last slide, because now we're going to the recipes. So let me remove these. So my first recipe that I have today is a smoothie that is gonna help you with constipation, and help you with diarrhea, it help you with increasing the amount of enzymes that you have in your gut. It's also gonna cool you. It help you with acid reflux. Let me tell you about acid reflux. When people suffer acid reflux, and I need to do a demonstration so you can understand. So let me get something out of the refrigerator. Give me a second. Give me a second, because I have to demonstrate this for you so that you can understand what I mean. Okay, I'm gonna get me here. Give me just a second. I'm getting a cup of water so that I can demonstrate this so that you can understand. Okay. When you suffer a GERD of acid reflux, then you go and you take an antacid because you think that you're making too much acid. So you take an antacid to lower the acidity on your stomach so that you don't have the acid reflux. But do you know that that's not what's happening? What is happening is that you're making what happens is that you don't have enough acid. So what happens is that your stomach don't have enough acid, and this is let's say this is your stomach and you don't have enough acid. And this is the level where it is right now. Now you put food in it that need to be broken down by the acid, and this is what happened. And you see how they overflow? So it overflow into your intestine, into your esophagus, and that's the heartburn and the repeating of the food that you are experiencing. Okay, so what you need to do is improve the acidity of the acid in the stomach so you can break down the food so this overflow does not happen. So how you do that? When you wake up in the morning, the first thing that you do, you want to have a glass of warm water with lemon and apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is very strong for your teeth, so when you drink it, you want to drink it with a straw, or you can have apple cider gummies, with your water with lemon. And that what it does is going to prepare the acidity on your stomach, so when you eat food, then you have enough food. Now, this particular smoothie that I'm going to teach you today, this is going to help you with acid reflux. It soothe your stomach, and it soothe your esophagus. If you already have, having an episode of acid reflux as well, it's going to help you with diarrhea. It's going to help you with constipation if you're suffering a constipation. So let's start. Let me tell you what are the ingredients. The main ingredients are papaya. If you don't know what is a papaya, because a papaya is a tropical fruit, this is what a papaya look like. You want the papaya to be yellow, okay, when you want to use it, when it's ripe, okay? The more yellow, the better, okay? And then you have the seed. Papayas contain an enzyme called papain that's going to help you, okay, digest all your food properly, and it's anti-inflammatory, it's anti-acid. I had a paper with all the things so I don't forget. It's anti-acid, anti-cancer, improve digestion, okay? All those things that do. And plus, they have the fiber that is going to help you with constipation. It's going to help you with diarrhea. It's going to help you clean up your colon. So papaya. And papaya, you can use the pulp, and you can also use the seeds, okay? Because the seeds are improve gut health. The seeds are anti-inflammatory. They're high in antioxidants. They're antibacterial. They help you remove toxins. They lower your cholesterol. They protect your kidneys. Okay. They maintain good gut health. So the seeds are also good. But what you want to do is that what I usually do is I take out all the seeds and I wash it. And I want my seed to look like this. Because you can use the seed, but you cannot do too much of the seed. You know how it is. Everything in moderation. And if you are pregnant or lactating, you cannot have the seeds. Okay? If you are pregnant or lactating, you are not to use the seeds. Just use the fruit. When I was pregnant and I have that acid reflux all the time, I used to eat it. I used to eat the papaya by itself all the time, and that helped me with acid reflux right away. So this is one of the things that we're going to use for this smoothie. Then we're going to use pineapple, and you know that pineapple also have another enzyme called bromelain that is also anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, okay? And the pineapple is also rich in vitamin C and many other phytonutrients, Then we're gonna have the flaxseed that's gonna add more fiber and omega-3. And omega-3 also help you with keeping the inflammation out of the intestine, and also make the slippery, you know, the inside of the intestine. The chia seeds and the flaxseed, both things we're gonna be using as well for this smoothie. So let's start. Here we have, I want to make enough because my husband's son wants some, and my only big cup for my NutriBullet is the one that I use, the turmeric in. So, you know, it's yellow because of the turmeric, not because it's dirty, okay? So we're going to put the pineapple. We're going to put the pineapple like that, and we're going to put the papaya like that. Then I'm going to take a teaspoon of chia seeds. Then I'm going to take a teaspoon of flax seeds. Okay, and for liquid, you can put water, but I'm going to put coconut water because coconut is also good for the digestive system, and I like the flavor that it gives. The coconut water that I use is the one that is pressed, because it's not only is the water of the coconut, but they also press the pulp. So that's why it's a little white. So I put maybe like a cup of it. And let's put this, make it smoothie. I forgot to put the teaspoon of the seed, so I'm going to add the teaspoon of the seed real quick. You don't want to have, like I said, the pregnant woman, lactated woman cannot have the seeds of the papaya, and you don't want to eat more than half a teaspoon to a teaspoon a day. Okay, half a teaspoon to a teaspoon a day. So I'm just going to put like this a little bit in it. And I'm going to put it again for a little bit. Okay, and that's it. It's ready. I'm going to pour some in the cup. I'm going to tell you how good it is. Let me see. It's delicious. You don't need to add any sugar or anything because the papaya and the pineapple, they are sweet. So you don't need to add any sugar to it, okay? Delicious. Now that we finished doing this, let me move it around. And now we're going to do the next recipe. The recipe is overnight oats. Remember that I tell you that oats have the resistant starch. It also have a lot of vitamins and nutrients, and then we can add other things that also are going to help you with the detoxing of our intestines. It says here, papaya, lower cholesterol, good health, antioxidant, pineapple. Yes, you got that right. Okay, so now for the overnight oats, we're going to take a mason jar or a container that you have. I only like to use glass, no plastic. Okay, when you put plastic in the refrigerator, all the PPA and everything that is in the plastic is soaking into your food. So always use glass. So I have this, and the first thing that we're gonna do. I really don't measure this, but I'm gonna try to measure to see how much I do. I've been cooking since I was 11 years old, so I do everything. I meter. I meter is my measurement. Okay, so I'm gonna take, this is the oats. Take about half, a little bit, one full half, like this. Half of oats. I'm going to put it here. And don't make a mess like I'm doing, okay? Like that. I have it here. Then I'm going to take and I'm going to put a tablespoon of chia seeds. These are going to add fiber, omega-3, phytonutrients, all kind of different things. Then I'm going to put a teaspoon of flaxseed. Okay. And I get this at Aldi's, and you get it organic. Okay, at Aldi's. Then I'm gonna be adding a little bit of sugar, but not regular sugar. We're gonna use monk fruit sugar because I like my oat sweet. We're gonna add monk fruit, okay? And I put 2 of them. I'm gonna put some cinnamon. I don't measure it either, and I'm addicted to cinnamon. I love cinnamon. Why? Cinnamon lower your sugar. Do you know that is a good for insulin resistant? Cinnamon. I used to be pre-diabetic, and I attribute all my success when it comes not being diabetic anymore to the cinnamon. So I like to put plenty of cinnamon. Okay, and now I'm gonna add the milk. And I use almond milk. It doesn't matter the brand that you use. Try to use one that doesn't have Carrigan, okay? So I don't measure. I just put enough to cover it. Okay? Then I take a spoon and I mix it all. I mix it. Sure that it's a little bit mixed. And sometimes I put a little bit of vanilla, but today I don't want to put in vanilla. Put a little bit of vanilla on it for flavor as well. Then if you want to make it with protein, then you can take a scoop of protein powder. This is the one that I use. I use the NutriPlus from pharmacy, and you can add a scoop. So I'm going to do that because I want a little bit of protein on it. So I'm going to add the scoop of protein. Also for protein, you can add a scoop of yogurt or a scoop of nut butter, whether it's almond butter or almond butter or peanut butter or any other butter that you want. Then you mix it all good. Make sure that it's mixed well. Okay. Then you can see if you think you want a little bit more milk on it or not. You can see if you want. And it smells so good. Then some people put the toppings right now. Okay, whether you want to put, you can put berries, you can put almond slices, you can put apples, whatever you want to put on it. You know, for your toppings, you can put on it. Some put some granola and then put the apples to have some crunch in it. I like to add I like to add slight almonds. I want it in wet, and then I also put some in the top. So I'm gonna put like a little spoon of them. And my hands are clean, people, so don't worry about it. Plus, this is my house, and I'm the one that's gonna eat. So I put the almonds there. I mix it all good, and then to the refrigerator it goes. And in the morning, I put the toppings. And let me tell you how it's gonna look, because I have one that I did last night, so you can see. I made it with apple, so when it's done, this is how it looks. You see? And you have the apple, cinnamon, and I put a little bit more of the almonds in the top. And this is my breakfast. It can be your breakfast sometimes, because I do the intermittent fasting. Sometimes I do have eggs for breakfast, and then what you probably call lunch around 4 is when I have my heavy dinner, and then sometimes I have this for my last dinner. The good thing about resistant starches is that they keep you full. That's the first thing that they do. They keep you full, and they also lower your sugar. So they have a rebound effect where it lower your sugar of your next meal, okay, as well. So this is one of the good recipes. So I hope that you like both things that I make today, and that you make it in your house to help you detox your digestive system. So while you're doing your sugar detox, then 1 week you can do something like this. You don't want to have a laxative or anything like that unless you are very constipated and you want to make sure that you talk to a doctor of it. Then you want to have one of the herbs that are going to help you, like Cylon, for example, that's going to help you, go real fast, or have an enema or something like that if you're stuck, if you haven't gone to the bathroom for days. Okay, so it's important in order for us to detox that we get rid of all these things out. Okay, somebody here saying keep you full and low in sugar. Yes, 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 yes. So I hope you like it. And I see you next week. Next week, we're going to go to one of the other organs, and it's going to be the liver. We're going to learn next week how to detox the liver. The liver is very important because the liver is taking every toxins that you put in your body, and every food is helping with the metabolism of the food. It's separating what's good and what is bad. It's taking all the dangerous poisons and toxins in your body and breaking it down. Okay, and then breaking it down, making it things that are not so dangerous for your body, and then sending it to the kidneys, or sending it to the digestive system to get rid of it. So it's very important for us to also have a healthy liver, and that's what we're going to be talking next week. So I hope I see you next week at 6 p.m. Okay, I also will play this the replay of this video on my timeline and on my YouTube channel. So you can go, my YouTube channel is RX for Your Everlasting Health, and you can see it there as well for all those that haven't seen it, or they will see it in the replay. So thank you so much, and remember that the doctor is responsible for your sick care, but you, yes, you are responsible for your health care. See you.